How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Darksiders. Straight from one of my favorite dungeons to another, it's the Black Throne. The whoa. That's what I get for trying to walk across the bridge like a cool guy. The final dungeon of the game, fifth and final. The Black Throne is massive, and it's going to lead to our final confrontation with Straga. But first, we're about to meet a new character.
Azrael, heaven help me. The seventh seal was not broken. What have you to fear from me, Angel of Death? If you do not intend to kill me, then perhaps you will help me. You've given me no reason to do either. Listen to me. The gate must be shut. The tower must be cut off from the well. It is from the well that the Destroyer draws his power. The Well of Souls? Millions of souls, yes. Enslaved, twisted. A corrupt power to fuel the Destroyer's armies. You are steward of the underworld, watcher of the well. Not a single soul flows back into this world without you knowing. Unless, Gatekeeper, you opened the way. The Destroyer sent the mightiest of his chosen against me. I fared no better than you did, horsemen, against Straga. Straga? You will take me to him. You have my word. Then tell me what I must do, Angel of Death. Please, you must find some way to draw power to this chamber.
That is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to draw power to the chamber, and we're going to free Azrael, who is the Archangel of Death and the Gatekeeper, and who is also really terrible at his job. Azrael is indeed the Hebrew Archangel of Death, and strangely enough, the Well of Souls that he was talking about, I thought that was just something they made up out of whole cloth because it just sounds like a big cliche video gamey kind of thing. But no, that's actually a thing too, kinda. It's an alcove or something beneath the Dome of the Rock, but it's not anything like what the game uses it as. It's where the souls of the dead await judgment. I was shocked to find out that the Well of Souls has some actual mythological basis. So now it's time to see how well I remember this, or to see how well my basic problem-solving skills work. So first problem I'm noticing is that there should have been a grapple prompt there, because there should be a hookshot point. Yeah, don't know why that didn't show up. So the deal here is every time you hit one of those blue crystals on the wall that it's attached to will either go up or down. So we hit them to create a path from one side of the room to the other, and then we'll head up the stairs, and we kind of have to do the same thing on the second floor. Because, as you will see in a second, that wall is barring our path to the next set of rooms. So we need to move the wall on the left, but to get over there, because the crossblade won't quite reach, we need to lower that wall to get out to this ledge. And then that gives us enough room to hit the crystal switch, and that raises up the wall so that we can pass through and move on to the next set of rooms. Alright, so the game started with War coming to Earth to fight in the war to end all wars, the apocalypse, because he thought this mythical seventh seal had been broken, when in fact it had not. Azrael just kind of reintroduced that for the first time in a very long time. In this game's mythos, the breaking of all seven seals is the signal for the War of Judgment Day to begin. The biblical analog on which that is based would be the seven seals, the seven trumpets, and the seven bowls from Revelations. They were all judgments from God. In Revelations, the first four seals are four horsemen sent down to Earth, the four horsemen of the apocalypse. The seventh seal contains the seven trumpets, and each trumpet is something like a hellstorm of meteors and comets and stuff like that. And then the seventh trumpet calls the seven bowls, which are things like worldwide plagues and rivers turning to blood. So basically, the Bible is the most metal thing ever. And I want a character action game based on Samson. Fuck, that would be so good. So again, we have a real simple puzzle over here. Turn the left switch, turn the right switch. that flips over this panel up here, which we can hit the crystal switch on with a crossblade. Then we flip this one more time, because that switch activated the hookshot points, the abyssal chain points, rather. And now we get to do some cool Tarzan swinging. This is always a fun mechanic. Even if the animation's a little bit stiff, it's just fun to do. So why not give you the opportunity to cross chasms like that whenever they can. We did it a bunch in the Iron Canopy. We'll do it a bunch here. So there's nothing we could do either to the left or the right, so we just head straight down into the center of the room. Also, there are a bunch of suspicious-looking orange stained glass windows. We'll get to those eventually. These are upgraded versions of the fallen angels. The ones that we've been introduced to so far have all been kind of a dull green or a teal. These ones are very cool, flaming red, bloody red, crimson, scarlet. Oh man, how am I so bad at synonyms for red? Rest assured. Let's see, we want to juggle some of these guys and avoid getting attacked from behind. You should be the last one, right? Yeah. Nah, I hear more spawn in behind me. Whatever, we can corner trap you. Oh, right, these guys. We haven't seen these since the Hollow, I think. Yeah, this dungeon's a one big greatest hits in some parts. So, with that legendary enhancement we picked up last time, we have plenty of chaos form to finish off all those enemies. These are, we saw the first one of these a couple rooms back. These are spectral versions of the Wraith enemy type that we also fought in the Hollows. Except they have this annoying little wrinkle where occasionally they'll become incorporeal, and you cannot hit them. Oh shit. They also do a lot of damage. So it's best to just lay into them and to try to juggle them when they become corporeal, so that they don't get a chance to phase shift on you. Ooh, yeah! That's always fun. Not quite the juggle I was looking for. It's fine, though. With this legendary enhancement slotted onto the Chaos Eater, look how quickly Chaos Form builds back. What the hell? Okay. Just teleported me back to the beginning of the room. Look how quickly it builds back up. Now, along with your host of usual suspect dungeon items, you'll usually get some weird, out-of-left-field kind of stuff in Zelda. The Rod of Dominion comes to mind, but never something like this. So not only is this a loving pastiche of Zelda and God of War, we're Portal now. It has limited usability, of course. You don't get anywhere near the freedom that you would get in Portal, but that would be really, really tough to blend with your other tools and still have really good level design, so yeah, those suspicious-looking orange stained glass windows, that's what they're for. You can fire the portal gun and create two linked portals, blue and orange, using those windows. You can also, I'm going to skip that because that's not necessary, you can also charge the portals up, because you don't get the same kind of conservation of momentum and the same physics that you get in Portal. Instead, if you charge the portal gun up and then put it onto a surface, you will come out with greater velocity out of the charged surface, or out of the charged portal. And here, oh right, this is gonna be a pain. I forgot that that's actually kind of like a moving platform or an elevator platform. So we create a portal on that wall, and we could throw it through so that it explodes and destroys the red crystals. I didn't get there in time, so I think I'm just gonna have to wait for the elevator to come back around. We need some Jeopardy music here. Nope, not quite. Back out the other way. And this is what I'm looking for. Spit you out onto the ledge that you would otherwise not be able to reach. Alright, this room, there's something special up there. There's one of those disappearing bridges over here, but I don't really want to deal with that right now. Basically, I'm going to have to use the portal gun to get up there, but I'm trying to remember how I do that. I think I might have to step a little bit out onto the bridge, and then and then fire when I'm on the bridge. So I have to wait for it to form under my feet, step out a little bit. Yeah, this is how I do it. Then we create the portal up there and then backtrack a little bit to get to the orange portal, which I can't remember where I placed it. I think it might be down here. No? Where did I put that orange portal? Is it back here? Yeah. Something about this portal gun that's not quite so great is it's very, very easy to lose track of which portal you have placed where. Or which portal... Which portal you're about to place down. In Portal, it was kind of indicated on your reticle whether you had a blue one or an orange one active, plus you had the left and the right click. It's not... Because the game isn't quite designed around it in here, makes it a little bit hard to use, but we just got Fury's Embrace, which is another legendary enhancement. Yeah, it's really, really good. Like all of the legendary enhancements, it's a worldwide compass, which makes the compass that we're going to find in this very dungeon totally irrelevant. It also generates a lot of wrath for you, which is primarily why I like it so much. You don't even have to actually have it slotted for it to generate a fair amount of wrath for you. And then I think the slotted bonus, it said, is, what, additional wrath on killing blows? Barely minnow on there. Again, more suspicious looking surfaces. This time it's a pale blue orb. We'll see what that's all about in a second. Might as well fill up while I'm here. And I don't think I need a charged portal on that surface. I do need a charged portal on the one on the ground. So I can jump in here, spits me out very high into the air, and you can grab onto the ledge. Then we're off to fight a mini-boss. This dude's pretty cool. He would be a lot cooler if we didn't fight him so many times. This is only the first time, but basically the structure of this dungeon is that it's broken up into 3 towers. And it like the midpoint in each tower, you fight this mini-boss. So we're gonna wind up fighting him about 3 times. Oh, shit. That's always a little dicey. So, we'll do the same thing every cycle. Create 2 linked portals, one in the center, one on one of the corners. Bait him into attacking you. So he gets his chain stuck in the ground for a little bit, and then we jump into the portal, and we land on his head. That little execute command stuns him for a little bit, and then we can just lay into him, get a couple hits in, and then you back off so you don't get hit by that crazy whirlwind ability of his. The hitbox isn't quite as big as it looks, so you're just barely safe at the edge of the room. Oh, it's not quite where I wanted to place it. And then again, nope. Somehow missed. Somehow missed again. There. Do your thing, Mr. Roboto. And his hammer stays stuck in the ground for a good long time. So, rule of 3s, this is the 3rd time that we're going to have to do this. So we get the portal gun so that we can do light reflecting puzzles. Yeah! So as best I can tell, people really hate this dungeon, and I think it mainly has to do with the fact that the Black Throne is A, huge, and B, there are tons of light reflecting puzzles that we're gonna have to do. And there's one more thing. There's a phrase that by the end of the dungeon, it's going to be laser etched into your brains. But here's the thing. This place is metal as hell, and I love these light reflecting puzzles. I love all the puzzles that we have to do with the Voidwalker here. It's a really cool mechanic in a game like this. And the fact that just getting a portal gun in this is so out of left field, I can't help but like it. Except when things like this happen. Like I said, it's easy to lose track of which portal you place down and where. So, there's another function of this that I think I have to use. If you hover over a portal that you've created and you hit the left trigger, it will remove the portal, which makes it a little bit easier to keep track of the ones that you've created. So now this should work. Yep. So now the energy of the beam is stored in that orb. We can ride the elevator down and proceed on to the next set of light reflecting rooms. This next one, if I remember correctly, is a brain buster. Yeah, so we have the beam going to that one, and we have one to the right, and this one's really difficult, and we solved it. Go us! We did it. Great job. I'm really glad I got that one on the first try. Sometimes that one takes me like an hour. And now it's just a matter of backtracking through the rest of the dungeon, carrying the beam of energy all the way back to Azrael's room. Because that's how we're ultimately going to free Azrael. First, we have a couple of annoying spectral wraiths. I guess I'll burn a bunch of my wrath here since I can pick up some more, I think, in this room. Was having a hard time juggling them. This one should go easier, though. Ah, shit. Beastie's up and running. Nope, can't juggle you. You're being a pain. She's fallen out of the juggle, which is a problem. I mean, it's not a big problem. I have Chaos Form and a lot of Wrath. It's just, I would prefer she stay the hell still. There we go. Now we can just pop Chaos Form for this guy. There should definitely be more spawning in. Which, yeah, popping Chaos Form, maybe a little bit premature there. There's more Spectral Wraiths about to come in. Maybe I could get some good hits in before I lose Chaos Form completely. Come on, go back to your Flesh and Blood form. Thank you, kinda. Yeah, I did enough damage. It was enough to at least weaken her. Yeah. Great. And wow, look at Fury's Embrace go to town. Go to work. I already have another bar of Wrath ready to go. I don't know if I'll need it, but that's still handy to have. Yeah, so we'll head to the chest, pick that up. And, whoa. I always get turned around when the cutscene warps me back to the beginning of the room. So this one's real easy. Fire a portal up onto that one, and then we cross the gap, and there's another stained glass thing on the other side. So after this, we have one more room that we have to redirect the beams throughout, and that's probably the hardest room in this tower. And I don't remember it super well, so we're gonna have a fun time in there. Nothing in this dungeon, puzzle-wise, is extremely hard. There are some tricky rooms here and there, though. Yeah, so we're back in this room, the one with the moving walls. So, let's see if we can puzzle this one out. Alright, so there's that big, conspicuous-looking hole there. Yeah, that's the idea. So I think my first move is that I want to come around and I want to raise that wall again. I think we're pretty much just doing what we did before, except in reverse. Yeah, I want to lower that, rather. And then we can place our portals down, and we really only have to place this set of portals down, and then it's just a matter of raising and lowering the walls. So there we go. And now if we just reverse what we did before, we'll get the beams going through that hole. Yeah. Now it's just a matter of raising and lowering the walls. So we'll hit that one so that we can get through from this side. And okay, yeah, I pretty much know what I'm doing now. There's only, I think, 1 or 2 more moves I have to make, which I hit this switch, and then I can't remember if I'm gonna have to hit the switch on the other side. Nope, that's it. Yeah, not super hard. Takes a little bit of thought. That's gonna be that's pretty much gonna be the gist of the puzzles in this dungeon. Harder than anything we've done so far, but still not extremely difficult. Just takes a little bit of thought. They can be a little bit tricky sometimes. And they hide the map not so well up here. The map being infinitely more valuable in this dungeon than the compass, because we picked up Fury's Embrace. And you can start to get an idea of the scope of this dungeon. It is much, much bigger than any of the dungeons we've been in so far. And unlike the Ashlands, which was a pretty big dungeon, they use the space of this dungeon very, very well. So this is also not only the biggest, but the longest dungeon by far. So we've redirected the beams. Let's talk to Azrael.
Horseman, I never imagined that you would be my salvation. Hurry now, before Struggle learns of your coming.
When I found you, you said the 7th seal was not broken. I've heard those words before. Abaddon said the same, right before he died.
That's it for Tower 1, and that's also going to do it for today. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.